What is going on, everybody? How is it going? Welcome back to World of Tanks. And welcome back to Top 10. Yes, you heard me right. Top 10 is back on my channel. Time flies, guys. Time really does fly, because my previous episode was uploaded almost 5 months ago. And by the way, my first episode in this series was uploaded almost exactly 1 year ago, and that received a record amount of 5,100 likes as well from you, so thank you so much for that. So today's episode is kind of an anniversary episode as well, and by the way, it is episode number 9 in this series. And it is going to be a little bit different, because today I am going to show you top 10 best scouts. And how I am going to do that is I looked at the top 10 best light tanks by assistance, spotting assistance, not tracking, because tracking was so, average tracking damage was so small anyway. I am looking for spotting damage and damage done. So I am going to add those two numbers together, and this is my top 10 list today. Because let's be honest over here, in nowadays World of Tanks, light tanks, they have to deal damage as well, because we only have a handful of maps where light tanks can be super effective scouts. Like we have Prokhorovka, aka Fire Salient, Malinovka, and maybe 1 or 2 more maps where light tanks are just superb. The best class to play, but on all the rest of the maps, especially on city maps, they have to deal damage as well. It took some more effort, but in my opinion this is the correct way to do it. I have over 20 light tanks in my little notepad file that I looked at. I added all those numbers together to get top 10 list, because some light tanks were really good at spotting but really bad at dealing damage, and the other way around. But guys, without further ado, this intro has been long enough already. Let's jump right into the action, and hopefully you enjoyed today's episode. And by the way, plus points if you watch my episode while you're in the toilet. Let's go. Place number 10 goes to D49, and the D49 was one of those vehicles that was saved by combined damage, because it was actually on 11th position by spotting damage. 651 spotting damage plus 955.57 average damage done equals 1606.57 combined damage. D49 with this average damage did push out one much loved light tank into the place number 11, but more about honorable mentions when I'm done with this top 10 list. And by the way, D49 was in place number 9 by average damage done compared to the other light tanks. But really good average damage was kinda expected from D49, because when Wargaming moved this vehicle up to tier 9 position, it received one really nice 90mm gun that has actually second best damage per minute compared to the any other light tank in this game, with 2400 average damage per minute. Place number 10, D49. Place number 9 goes to RU251 with 739.79 spotting damage and 878.60 average damage done, equals 1618.39 combined damage. Spotting damage wise, RU251 was in place number 7, and average damage done wise it was in position number 10. This vehicle is the fastest tier 9 light tank with 70 km/h top speed, and it has one of the best DPMs. Well, actually, besides D49, they are all almost exactly the same in tier 9, DPM wise at least. But a lot of people said when it was in tier 8 position, it was a lot better tank, tier by tier. What do you think? Position number 9, RU251. From this position we can find one tank that once again was saved by that average damage done, because 630.05 spotting damage was in position number 13. But average damage 1058.56 equals 1688.61 combined damage, and it landed into the position number 8. AMX 1390 tier 9 French light tank or auto-loading light tank. Now, while people think RU251 was made a lot worse when it was moved up by 1 tier, This vehicle, however, was made a lot better when it was moved up by 1 tier, and this average damage, by the way, was in position number 6, with over 1000 average damage in over 214,000 recorded battles in the last 30 days. No wonder third marking this vehicle is hard. AMX 1390. Place number 7 goes to China, WZ-132A with 685.13 spotting damage and 1031.68 average damage done in every single battle, equals 1716.81 combined damage. Spotting wise, this vehicle was in position number 8 and damage wise in position number 7. Now WZ-132A is one of those light tanks that is like lightly armored medium tank. It is really good all around tank on the battlefield. You can spot, you can deal damage. It has a really good gun. It has the best alpha damage. 320 alpha damage is actually the best, if I'm not talking about the D49 Sturf cannon, of course. 320 alpha damage is the best, and it has the best penetration compared to the other tier 9 light tanks, 220 penetration, so you can do a lot of work in WZ-132A in position number 7. Place number 6 goes to Russia, D-54 lightweight, tier 9 Soviet Russian light tank. 720.02 spotting damage plus 1013.41 average damage done equals 1733.43 combined damage in position number 6. Spotting wise, it was on position number 8, and same goes to the average damage. So it wasn't the best at anything, but average damage was really good, really decent, over 1000, and what pushed this vehicle into position number 6 was that assistance. That was a little bit better than on other tier 9 light tanks, besides RU-251, but RU-251's average damage was not the best. So position number 6, D-54 lightweight. And we made it into the top 5, where we can find our first tier 10 light tank, Rheinmetall Panzerwagen, tier 10 German light tank, the fastest light tank in this list, in today's top 10 list, with 75 km/h top speed. Average spotting 879.66 plus 1194.77 average damage done equals over 2000 combined damage. Average combined damage over 2000 is really good for one vehicle. Combined damage, I mean. Because you have to keep in mind, all this information is average from all the collected data. This is pretty impressive, I have to say. And it was second best vehicle by spotting damage, but fifth best vehicle by average damage done. Although it is super fast, the second fastest tank in this game, by the way, only Panzer 1C is faster with 79 km/h top speed. Yeah, it is not super impressive, I have to say, especially damage done wise, because DPM is actually lower than tier 10 auto-loading light tank AMX 13105. AMX 13105 has a little bit better DPM than this vehicle, by 30 points, around 30 points better DPM, but combined damage is still pretty impressive. Rheinmetall Panzerwagen in position number 5. From this position we can find yet another light tank from USA, light tank with the best DPM compared to all the rest of the light tanks. M551 Sheridan. Spotting damage, average spotting damage 770.78 plus 1385.76 average damage done in every single battle equals 2156.53 combined damage in position number 4. Sheridan, as I said, has the best DPM in this game compared to the other light tanks, over 2500 average damage per minute. 390 alpha damage, 236 penetration is really good for a tier 10 light tank. It is really good all-around vehicle on the battlefield with 420 stock view range, which is crazy. This is the best once again together with Panzerwagen. But at the same time it doesn't have the best camo value. So this is classic you win you lose situation. And position wise, spotting damage wise it was in position number 6 and average damage wise it was in position number 4, overall in place number 4. How, you might ask? Because average damage gap was a lot better than the spotting damage gap compared to the Panzerwagen, for example, M551 Sheridan. And we made it into the top 3, where we can find the mighty, the legendary T-100LT, Tier 10 Soviet-Russian light tank. It was by far the best spotter. It was the only vehicle in this list with over 1000 average spotting damage. 1025.07 average spotting damage plus 1403.61 average damage equals 2428.68 average combined damage in every single battle. Once again I have to say, no wonder those Tier 10 light tanks are really hard to free mark. And as I said, it was the best spotter, but third best by average damage. Equals third place in this list. But I have to say, all those tanks in top 3, they are super close to each other. Average combined damage differs only by 50 points. So they all deserve to be in this top 3 list. And we can say top 3 is equal, they are all equal. It only depends on the player's playstyle. Let's put it like that. But the T-100LT, undeniably one of the best tanks in this game, in my opinion at least. It is just this camo value, this view, if you're able to push it over 450, this view range and camo combo is amazing. It is fast, super mobile, it is so low profile vehicle, hard to hit from the distance especially. And one good T-100LT player on the enemy team can make your life really, really, really hard. Place number 3, T-100LT. Second place goes to China once again by 20 points. WZ-132-1, aka Bulldozer as I like to call it, because I like to ram other light tanks in my WZ-132-1. Average spotting 863.47 plus 1584.62 average damage done equals 2448.09 combined damage. And this once again is really impressive. 390 alpha damage, 246mm of penetration. Penetration is the best and average damage used to be the best as well. I remember when Wargaming first introduced the Tier 10 light tanks, 390 alpha damage was the best because all the rest of the guys, I think they had either 360 or 320 average damage, if I remember correctly. But now Wargaming helped Sheridan and AMX-13 105 up as well a little bit, and now it is on equal board. But 132-1 is once again that so-called lightly armored medium tank. It is really good all-rounder, fast, mobile, decent gun. I cannot say super good gun because accuracy and all that, this is not the best, and the penetration drop over the distance is something ridiculously bad. But overall, I really like it, and one of my favorite Tier 10 light tanks to play with. It is always fun to play with this tank. Ladies and gentlemen, please stand up, we made it. The best scout, according to my list, is AMX-13 with 2478.31 combined damage. Spotting wise, this vehicle was actually on position number 4 with 798.38 spotting, average spotting damage, but average damage wise it was by far the best, 1679.93 average damage in every single battle. And at the moment I believe AMX-13 105 is one of the hardest tanks to free mark. in my opinion at least, and I have heard a lot of good players are thinking the same. AMX 13105, one of my favorite tanks in this game at the moment, and this might be my favorite tier 10 light tank. Actually, it is super close to D100LT, but AMX 13105, it can do spotting, it can do damage, it can be sneaky, it can do everything. And the DPM, despite having that awesome autoloader on it, is still really impressive. As I said, it is better than on Panzerwagen, for example. AMX 13105 has the best combined damage, at the moment at least. And this was my top 10 episode to you today, ladies and gentlemen. Some honorable mentions that I said at the start of the episode. ELC even 90 in position number 11. D49 pushed out our much loved ELC even 90 with 1515.66 combined damage. It had a lot better spotting damage than some guys in this list, for example a lot better than on M551 Sheridan, but it didn't deal as much damage to be in this list. In place number 12, Black Bulldog, and in place number 13, T92. That had really good spotting damage, but average damage was in place number 17, but it was still able to make it into the top 13 at least. But guys, what did you see from the honorable mention list? Every single tank that I mentioned, from position number 11 to 13 by combined damage, were tier 8 premium light tanks. Where are regular light tanks? Yeah. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed today's episode. If you did, thumbs up button is for that. Let me know what you would like to see next time, what kind of top 10 list you would like to see next time. Stay awesome, as always, take care and bye.